Hi again.
Hello.
Do you have a patient here named Danny Marconi?
Yes, we do. Are you a relative?
No, I'm just hoping to ask him some questions.
Oh, I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this, but he passed away earlier this afternoon.
I see.
It was peaceful. He just went quietly in his sleep.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, good for him. What do we come here for anyway? Come on, let's blow.
Sorry to bother you. So, do you want to talk about it?
It's ancient history. There's nothing to say. Let's just get a move on.
Sorry, I'm not seeing clients tonight.
Do you know a Danny Marconi?
What about him?
I know he died this afternoon. And I wanted to talk to you about him.
Yesterday, you threatened me. Today, you want to talk about my grandfather.
Wait, grandfather?
He was your grandfather?
Yes? If you didn't know that, why are you here asking about it?
Grandfather? I can't believe it.
Well,
I'm psychic.
you know about my grandfather because you're psychic.
Yes.
Did you talk to his ghost or something?
Ironically, no, I didn't.
Uh-huh. I ask you...
A little help here.
Just tell her this.
He had a shop on Grand Street.
That... There are a million ways you could have known that.
Fine. Tell her everyone called him Danny Boy and he hated it.
What?
Just say it.
Everyone called him Danny Boy, and he hated it.
Excuse me?
He drank whiskey straight with no ice. He put salt on everything. Played the clarinet like he was born with it in his hand. He would have sold his soul to play at the supper club. And he was madly, madly in love with a singer named Linda.
Madly in love with a singer named Linda.
Get in.
Linda was my grandmother. She died before I was born.
Thank heaven for small favors. Seeing you would have broken her heart.
You're for real, aren't you? You're one of them?
Them?
No, I'm not falling for that. I've been nothing but loyal over the years. You have no reason to test me like this.
Look at her, shaking like a leaf.
Just because there was that bit of trouble with the reporter,
You mean his murder?
I am not responsible for that. Why now? If what I suspect is true, you people have looked the other way for years. Why the change of heart?
Gavin has killed someone.
I can't confirm that one way or the other, and neither can you.
Look, I'm just a friend of Jeremy's. I want to know what happened, that's all. Whoever Gavin is, he needs to be stopped.
I want to believe you.
Then what's the problem?
Look, what if I tell you my suspicions and I'm wrong? You think I can just walk away?
So what do you suggest?
I'll give you the names of the last 2 clients I referred to Gavin. That's harmless enough. You look into them. You find anything, maybe we can talk.
Fine, give them to me.
Here.
Thanks. I will get to the bottom of this.
I hope so. But until you do, leave me out of it. Now get out. I've done all I can.
Is this what you lived for, Danny? Was it worth it? You were a good man, Danny. You deserved a better legacy than this. Well, maybe we both did.
So it looks like we've got to track down these 2 names.
Huh? Oh, sure. Who are they?
We've got a Tiffany Walters. She lives on Thompson Street, just south of Washington Square.
And the other?
Jamie Graham. She's a student up at Columbia.
Didn't you go to school there?
Yeah, it's been a while. Sneaking through the Columbia campus at night isn't how I envisioned coming back here. Keypad locks. Those are new. I can't do anything from out here. There's a keypad on this door.
Hello? Looks like the coast is clear. It says, remember Waterloo. Looks like a bunch of junk to me. Just a set of drawers. Looks like a poster for a band called Epileptic Fish? Seriously, Epileptic Fish. Looks like a schedule of some kind. Every item is marked by a letter and number code. I can't make heads or tails of it. I have no idea what this thing is.
You want a laptop?
I know what this is. It's a cassette player. I think it replaced the 8-track not too long ago. Looks like a bunch of junk to me. Well, we've learned one thing by coming here. Jamie's a slob. Looks like textbooks. Not sure what blowing on that will achieve. Not sure what... Not sure... Not sure what... Not sure what... Not sure...
There's a keypad. It's full of makeup, nail polish, eyeliner, hairspray. I guess that's college for you.
Not for me.
This is really old. It's got a cassette player and everything. Does anyone listen to cassette tapes anymore? It must be something she had as a child. Ouch. Those heels look like they'd hurt. Looks like a poster for a band called Epileptic Fish? I've heard of those guys. I'm not sure they play together anymore. Just some textbooks covering a variety of subjects. They seem to be the only books in the room. You would think a college kid would have more than this.
Not from out here, I don't. Those are some fearsome-looking shoes. Those... She was really a student here? I have trouble picturing her as a college kid.
I'm keeping a close eye on him. Don't want him sneaking off into some poor co-ed's room.
Ew.
A set of drawers. It's a small laptop. This looks like a class schedule. I recognize a bunch of the course codes from when I studied here.
You remember that after all this time?
It wasn't that long ago.
If you say so.
Let's see. She's mostly taking English and history classes.
Uh-huh.
Now this is interesting. She's taking the same writing class that I did.
That's interesting.
Well, it is to me. She's even got the same professor. Random knickknacks and boxes of cosmetics. Nothing important. Pretty typical for a college kid, I guess. A set of drawers. There's nothing useful in there. Looks like a poster for a band. I've heard of. Joey, I'd like to talk to you.
You rang?
It's been years since I was last here on campus. Can't believe it took something like this to bring me back. It's been camp. Any thoughts on Jamie?
Dunno. We don't know a heck of a lot about her yet.
It's been so long since I took Professor Appleton's class. I wonder if she remembers me. That's all.
Yeah. I got something to say.
Yeah.
So, you went to school here, huh?
Yeah, scholarship, baby. For all the good it's done me, no school could have prepared me for what I'm doing now.
So, this professor, think she still remembers you?
Maybe. It's been a long time.
All right.
Sure.
Charming.
He looks pretty much like always. Tiffany's name is written on her buzzer. She's in apartment 2, right on the ground floor. It's a bunch of mailboxes. Tiffany's mailbox is on the bottom row. Locked. Flyers for guitar lessons, computer repair, and furniture. Although this one looks interesting. It's the way inside. I've already put...
Let's have a look-see. Who knew that thing would be useful after all? I can just make out the return address. This letter is from someone named R. Abu. I can just... this letter...
No response. Locked. He looks pretty much...
Light's a bit dim in here, but I can see her just fine. Just a bunch of advertising. Although, this one looks interesting. Tiffany's name is written on her buzzer. She's in apartment 2, right on the ground floor. Just a bunch of mailboxes. Tiff's mailbox is on the bottom row. Stay close to the door, Red. I'm heading in.
After you, Joey.
Hello? Hi there.
What? Who are you? How'd you get in?
Oh, I just moved into the building. I live down the hall. Just thought I'd come meet the neighbors.
Really? Oh, how nice. It makes my day when people care.
Huh?
I can see right through you, mister.
You're not the only one.
Oh, shut up! You think you're so clever? You think you're so charming?
Can't blame a guy for trying.
Well, take it somewhere else. I've had enough.
Enough of what?
I'm turning my back now. I want to be left alone.
Looks like a pretty threatening letter from someone called STP. That's Thompson Street out there. Late 20s, looks a bit beaten by life. Leads to a back room. Hello again.
What?
So, you're Tiffany Walters, aren't you?
Yeah, that's me. Whatever.
Well, we've confirmed that at least. So what's your beef anyway? I never had a broad so angry with me. Not before dinner anyway.
Just leave me alone.
So, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but you're dead.
What?
You're a ghost. You're haunting your own apartment.
I'm what? That's rich. Really rich. I thought I'd heard them all, but that one... Just leave me alone.
Could you tell me who R. Abu is?
Stop with the personal questions. It's my life. I made my choices. I'll deal with them. Just leave me alone.
So, tell me about yourself, Tiffany.
Nice try, but I don't think so.
Could you tell me what STP stands for?
Stop with the personal questions. It's my... Just leave me...
Do you know anyone named Gavin?
Gavin?
Yeah. You know him?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No, forget it.
Well, see you around.
Yeah, see you.
No good. There's a message written on this photo. Rachel and Tiff. We rocked? I don't get it. I can only assume her name is Rachel. It looks like Tiffany. I guess she worked in an office before she died? We rocked. What the hell does that mean? Hello again.
What?
That's a cute picture there of you. Who's your friend?
Stop with the person. It's my... Just...
Well,
Yeah.
So how did it go?
she's a spook, all right. Pretty recent one, too.
Just like Jeremy.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good bet that the R in R Abu stands for Rachel. I don't think those are... No. Rachel and Tiffany were in the same photograph together, so obviously they know each other. There must be hundreds of possible results for STP. This isn't going to help me at all. Doesn't look too impressed with this place. He obviously doesn't appreciate the finer things in life. Those look pretty good, actually. It has a panel for milk and everything. Caramel espresso shots. I am so coming here when this is over. It's the barista. Hi.
Hi, you're new here, aren't you?
Yeah, my first time.
I knew it. I never forget a face.
Are you Rachel Abu?
Yeah, that's me.
I wanted to talk to you about Tiffany Walters.
Tiffany? What about her?
You were friends, right?
Sort of. Yeah, we were friends before she died.
I'm looking into her death.
Why? Wasn't it a brain aneurysm or something?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Well, okay, but I'm not sure what kind of help I can be.
So you and Tiffany were friends?
A few years ago. We were both office temps, and when our jobs ended, we got close. I went on to start this place. She stayed on with the temp agency. She was trying to find her way, you know? Maybe she thought she found it.
What do you mean?
She met some guy named Ken at one of her temp jobs. Then she stopped hanging out with me. Same old story. I don't blame her. It happens.
Have you ever heard of STP?
Nope, I don't think so. Sorry.
What do you know about the guy Tiffany was with?
Only that his name was Ken, and she met him while on one of her office temp jobs. Tiffany was kind of intense about him. She really fell head over heels. I couldn't tell if it was sweet or if it was scary.
Do you know where Tiffany was temping when she met Ken?
I wouldn't know. She never told me, and those temp agencies bounce you around.
What about the agency she worked for?
We didn't work at the same agency, so I wouldn't know. I'm sorry.
You wouldn't know anybody named Gavin, would you?
Funny. I think Tiffany did mention that name once or twice, but I don't remember the context. Sorry.
Is there anything else you could tell me about Tiffany?
I told you everything.
It's so tempting, but I've already had more coffee today than I should. It's so... Thanks. I'll see you around.
Have a good night.
She keeps looking at the menu. I think she's calculating prices in her head. I get the feeling we'll be coming back here once we're done. I have no idea what that thing does. Not sure I want to know either. $4 for coffee? Yuck. How long have those been sitting there? Bags of coffee beans. She seems a little too happy about selling coffee for a living.
Organically grown. Not bad. It has a panel for milk and everything. STP could be a temp agency, I suppose. Only one way to find out. Give me a sec.
You talking to me?
Bingo. STP stands for Sterling Temp Placement. And here's the address. It's just south of Midtown.
You enjoy that thing a little too much.
Rachel told me that Tiffany was seeing a man named Ken. No connection. Tiffany had a letter from someone named STP. Hi, are you busy?
Sorry, we're not taking new applicants right now. And even if I were, it's several hours past closing time.
I'm not looking for a job, sorry. I was hoping to ask you some questions.
Will this take long?
It depends on you.
Fine, what do you want?
You're open kinda late.
Like I said, we're not open. Just because I'm not seeing a client doesn't mean there isn't work to do.
So, what can you tell me about this place?
If you want to know more, come back during business hours.
I wanted to talk to you about Tiffany Walters. She used to work for this agency.
Yes, I remember her.
I need to know what company you placed her in.
That, I'm afraid, is confidential.
Are you aware that Tiffany is dead?
I am aware, yes, but it doesn't change anything.
Do you know anyone named Ken? I think Tiffany was involved with him.
I can't tell you anything about that. That's confidential information.
So something happened, but you can't tell me about it.
I said nothing of the sort.
Surely if Tiffany is dead, it doesn't have to be confidential anymore.
It's not her confidentiality that I'm worried about.
What does that mean?
Whatever you think it means.
Well, thanks. I'll be going now.
Right.
Yep, he's still there. His name is Sterling, I assume. He looks honest enough, although he's not very friendly. They look like leaflets for this temp agency. Looks like a race car calendar. Looks like it leads to more offices. This is STP, all right.
Now there's a logo that's overcompensating for something. Just saying. I suppose if we run out of paying gigs, she could use a place like this. Typical suit, pale from sitting in an office all day. Probably has an ulcer, too. They look like leaflets advertising this office. Sterling here forgot to change the month. Looks like it leads to more offices. We don't need to go back there. The conversation would be... What do you want me to do? They look like... Not sure what... Not sure... I ain't gonna... Now there's a logo.
I already told him I was a reporter. You might be interested in seeing this.
The City Post? Is that who you're working for?
Yes, the biggest paper in the city. Maybe you can be more forthcoming now.
No, doesn't change a thing. Confidential is confidential. You just made doubly sure that I won't say anything.
This is ST. Hi. I was just...
Nothing, you got any?
I don't have...
Stay close to the...
After you...
Hello again.
What?
So,
Nice.
I heard you worked for Sterling.
Well, those jerks.
Jerks.
They fired me, terminated my contract, for no reason.
Sorry to hear that.
Whatever. It's not like there aren't other temp agencies.
Why do you think Sterling fired you?
I don't know. It's run by an emotionless sleazebag. I never liked him.
Why do you...
I never...
So, tell me about Ken.
Ken? He's wonderful.
Is he now?
I can't begin to explain.
Try me.
Wait. Not you too.
Huh?
Why is everyone against us? I don't understand.
I'd like to understand. How about you tell me about it?
Just go away.
I'd like to talk to Ken. You think you could introduce me?
Why? So you can tell him more lies about me? I don't think so.
Why do you...
I don't know.
About this Gavin fella.
I told you.
So you say...
No, I can't.
You can't say?
Why are you bothering me? Just leave me alone.
Are you familiar with Jeremy Sams, a reporter for the City Post?
What? No.
Have you ever been up to the High Line?
What? No.
So, does the name Jamie Graham ring a bell?
No. Just leave me alone.
Well, see you around.
Yeah, see ya.
Typical spook. Evasive, cryptic.
So,
Don't worry, we'll... Get over here, I got...
what's up?
What's with all the kids out there tonight? The circus in town?
They're just NYU students. I think there's a dorm on this block.
That explains all the bars. What's with all...
They're just...
So Tiff's in love. That explains why her spook is sticking around.
Love can do that.
Love and death, Red. There are no rules for either of them. I guess Tiffany worked with the Sterling Temp Agency.
Seems like it.
Something isn't right about that Walters spook.
What do you mean?
She sounds like she's given up on life, but for some reason she's sticking around. Something's got its claws into her. All right.
Sure. Joey,
Yeah?
I think I stepped in something disgusting on the street outside.
Wouldn't be surprised. I think the streets around here get cleaned about once a decade.
This Ken must be pretty special for Tiffany to fall so hard.
Could be. He might be the link we're looking for.
So STP stands for...
Oh, maybe I should work with your phone from now on.
So what do you make...
Bit of a set. She's been hit hard by something. We just...
That's all.
Yeah.
Flyers for... Although... It's a bunch of Tiffany's name. She's an apartment. Hi again.
Hi!
You wouldn't know where Ken is now.
No, I wouldn't. Sorry.
Have you ever heard of STP?
Nope.
Is there anything...
I've told you every...
You wouldn't know any...
Funny, but I don't remember.
It's so... Thanks.
Have a good night.